I'd like to talk about my family tree for a little bit. The part that I'm really interested in now, which is, it's on my great grandmother, Willie Mae Tillman's side of the family. Uh, her her grandfather was Thomas Hill Macon, who was in the Alabama 12th Infantry A Company, which was at the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. On July 3rd of 1863, Thomas Hill Macon lost his left arm at the Battle of Gettysburg. I think he was involved in supporting Pickett's charge, I believe. He was born. Thomas Hill Macon was born about 1843 in Alabama. He died in 1885 in Mobile County. I'm trying to figure out exactly where he was buried. I'm assuming that was in Mobile County somewhere. His father was Thomas W. Macon. I think W stood for Woodward. He was born in South Carolina, according to most documents that I've come across. He was born about 1811. He died somewhere around the neighborhood of 1869 or 1870. I know this because I've looked at the city directories for the city of Mobile, and his second wife was listed as being a widow, the widow of Thomas W. Macon. So I know that he did not, he by the end of 1870, he had then passed away. I'm really interested in trying to locate his grave, and I guess it would be my third great grandfather's grave, his son Thomas Hill Macon. I kind of have reason to believe that they might be buried in Magnolia Cemetery in Mobile. Unfortunately for me and for a lot of other people, it's a humongous cemetery with a lot of unmarked graves, and the records were not very well kept until about the early, sometime before 1920. I just find the Macon part of the family to be very interesting because they had, it was back during the time period where, some people had plantations, farms. I know they had some slaves. And to me, the whole time period as a whole is just very interesting, from the 1800s. There was a book by Alethea Jane Macon called Gideon Macon and Some of His Descendants, which I have never got a chance to read that book, but I've tried to get it from Amazon.com, but the thing is like over $300. So I'm trying to find some kind of way to get a hold of the book. I think I could get one from the library, like an interlibrary loan or something. But to me, the Macon part of my family is just, I find it to be very fascinating and interesting. I've been on Ancestry.com, and I've connected with quite a few of my distant relatives on there, whether it be from the same direct line or an indirect line, and so we've been communicating with each other. I've been doing this since about 2003, off and on. Of course, over time I've spent quite a bit of money. I'm not going to give up until I find what I'm looking for. I know it might not be there, but I don't know that. So one of these days, hopefully someday in the very near future, I'll be able to go to Magnolia Cemetery, and maybe I'll just so happen to find what I'm looking for. I'm kind of hoping that maybe by chance somebody who's watching this video, if they know that there are Macons in their family tree, please feel free to contact me. Leave me a message here. If you're into if you're really interested in finding out about your family tree like I am, please don't hesitate to share information. Ask me a question about what I might know about the Macons. This is very interesting stuff.